Look, man, if you're truly serious about your self-development journey and you're still not doing your intuitive walks out in nature, then something's off, bro. Something is off, because this is definitely, undoubtedly, one of the most underrated benefits when it comes to the self-improvement journey that you most likely are not doing. So let's talk about it. There's a good quote by the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche that says, never trust a thought you get while you're indoors. That's like a summary of the quote. I don't know if I butchered that or not, but that's basically what the boy's trying to say. So when you take that into account and you actually understand how important it is to just detach and get out into nature, you understand this is probably one of the most essential pieces to your self-development journey. Now, I personally got a couple of dogs I walk every single day, couple times a day, and most of the time I do not bring my phone with me. I detach, don't bring my phone with me, and if it's possible, I go to somewhere I've never been before, intuitively walk, and then just go about my day, man. Go about the walk, go about my life afterwards, because when you get out in nature, you're more susceptible, you're more in tune to getting a lot of transcendental insights, because you're out back in your natural habitat, man, back where you belong, back where it all started, in nature. But man has decided to take things a little too extreme with the civilization, society, technology, this and that, to the point where they just corner themselves into a little box, whether that be their office, their house, their bathroom, their kitchen, whatever the fuck it is, their bedroom. They just be living in that thing all the time and never get out into nature. Even if they go out to the cities, they go about to bars, clubs, this and that, everything that's still very congested indoors. There's a lot of stimulation going on. There's a lot of people involved. There's a lot of just stuff in your fucking way. But when you finally detach and get out into nature, you tap into another side of you, that raw, primal, and just overall even spiritual side of you, because the spirit is deeply attuned to nature and deeply attuned to just being more free in a sense. And when you're out in nature, you feel free, you feel fresh, you get that fresh air, you get these nice sounds of water rushing, or you get these nice sounds of birds chirping, this and that, bro. Just like, it's very real compared to concrete floors that are very fucking paved out, very super clean, super like, just all the streets are crisscross, like perfectly cookie cutter, you know what I mean? Like, if you live in a city, I don't live directly in a city, but I live in a city. If you live in areas like LA, New York, this and that, like, you know what I mean? It's so cookie cutter and crisp and so much shit going on, bro. You don't have time to really just detach from this state of just hustle culture. Gotta get this done, business, this is that, like, you don't have the time to do that. But even in that sense, if you're trying to hustle, you're trying to grind, because that's what self-development's about. It's about becoming better, becoming the best version of yourself, and you got to put work in to do that. Just getting out in nature will help you do that. Why? Because, like I said, you get these deeper insights. You get to see things in a more broader perspective than just your boxed in mindset, which comes from that boxed in environment. So when you go about these walks, bring a piece of paper, bring a pencil, pen, whatever it is, a notepad, and just go about and just let your mind just go do whatever it wants. Like, don't even try to keep your mind focused on one thing. Just let it do whatever the fuck it wants. Let it just roam free. And along that path, when you're moving, when you have movement of your body, cerebral spinal fluid is flowing through your central nervous system, and not being so stagnant. That's why when we're in school, we sit down for fucking 7-8 hours, bro. Your brain does not work like that. It needs to move. It needs to just pump that fluid around you, pump that blood around you, pump that just knowledge around you, bro. Like, it's not meant to just sit down in one position all the time. So you're going about your walk. Maybe you got a dog, like my dog just came into the fucking screen making all this damn noise. You got your notepad, pen, this and that, and you just start churning the gears of your mind, churning the gears of your soul, churning the gears of your body all together in one. Because let's say you're working on a project for your business or school, whatever the fuck it is. Your brain is working the most because your body sit down, and your soul in a sense needs the creative aspect. If it's a very analytical thing that you're doing, charts, numbers, graphs, this and that, you're limiting your potential to only just the mind. If you're working out, you're just only limiting your potential to just the body. If you're only doing spiritual practices, you're kind of using all of it in unison together, but you're limiting yourself to just kind of just the spiritual aspect. But when you put them all together, something as simple as just fucking walking out in nature, no phone, no phone, no other distraction, no anything other than you, maybe a dog, maybe a cat, maybe a cow, maybe whatever you want to walk with, out in nature, and your thoughts, and the universal potential of the infinite intelligence blessing you with some gnosis, blessing you with some knowledge. Like, that is elite when it comes to self-development journey, man. And come on, bro, don't knock over the damn camera. Relax. My bad. But that is elite, bro. Like, I've been doing this for years now, for years and years and years and years. And I can say that things with like meditation, semen retention, cold showers, this and that are all great. They're good. But if you ask me to just take one, even though I think semen retention is a lifestyle, I take these walks out in nature, man. Nothing gets me more tapped in and more just back in the present moment than being out in nature and just walking and just being, if that makes sense. Just being. You're not worried about this and that. I mean, your mind might be just going rampant, and you're just gonna let it do that because it's eventually gonna work things out. It's like stretching a muscle. Like, it feels tight, but if you just stretch it out, you move it out, you do all these things, it's eventually gonna relax. And once you get to that point in your walk, maybe it's like 30 minutes, maybe it's 20 minutes, maybe it's 45 minutes, maybe it's an hour, I don't know what it is. Maybe you go on a whole damn hike, which is the best, bro. The best to do this. Go on a hike for a whole day, bro. Like, no phone, no nothing, bro. That is just pure medicine for your mind, body, and soul, man. Like, I couldn't think of anything better. But when you're doing all these things, bro, it's gonna allow you to tap back into the present moment, like we just said, get insights to help you come back to your daily life and help plug in this information that you got while on your walk. And it's also gonna help you kind of remind yourself of what are the most important things in life. It isn't gonna cloud your judgment with, what does this person think of me? What does that person think of me? Am I going on the right path in my life? Is this person better than me? If that guy's doing this, well, I have to do that. Like, when you go out on these walks, bro, you just remember, bro, like, it ain't that serious, bro. Like, I'm just enjoying the sun. I'm enjoying the birds. I'm enjoying the water. I'm enjoying the walk, bro. Like, life, we should take it seriously, but not so serious to the point where we make it a whole goddamn just math equation, to the point where we just don't enjoy it anymore. So that's one thing that you also can get from using intuitive walks out in nature. And when you do it intuitively, what I mean by that is you don't have a plan. You don't have a plan for how long you're gonna walk. You don't have a plan of where you essentially going on the walk. Like, if you see a stream that you want to go to the stream. If there's like a tree you want to climb, go and fucking climb that tree, motherfucker. Go monkey mode. And if there's place you want to sit down and meditate, go ahead, sit down, meditate. That's what it means by intuitive walking. No plan, no nothing, no any logical aspect in mind of it. Just let your mind go free. Let everything just do what it needs to do. Do what it wants to do. Like, this is when you let the emotional side of you, the intuitive side of you, the instinctual side of you roam free. Let it take the reins. Like, the rest of your day, you are in logic mode all the time. I gotta do this, gotta do that, I gotta do this, gotta do that. And that is your masculine side of your mind. And that is, as men, that's what we operate with the most. But there's still a feminine side to us. And I'm not talking about female in the sense of we're like girls, like, but feminine in the aspect that it receives. If you want to get kind of graphic with it, the man, when you're having sex, penetrates and gives. The woman takes and receives. So when we take that outside of the context of sex and just biologics, put it in a sense of more of a spiritual aspect, the mind takes, and the mind goes out and acts. It penetrates the world. It goes and makes shit happen. The feminine side takes and receives. So when you're out on these walks, what I'm saying is that feminine side starts acting more. It's becoming the one that's taking control. It's receiving insights from God, the universe, whatever the hell you want to call it. And then you go back into the masculine side and you put those into action. But if you're always acting, you can never receive. Let me say that again. If you're always acting, you can never receive. So you might be doing the same motherfucking thing over and over and over and over again, and you're thinking for different results are gonna happen. No, bro, you gotta get into these feminine sides of your mental plane, your mental field, your mental realm, to allow these types of insights to help you in the more tangible aspects. So if you're picking up what I'm putting down, those transcendental insights, when they come to us, write it down so your masculine side can have a piece of knowledge it can really like work with. If you're just always just in that feminine side, you're never gonna be able to take action because you didn't write it down, you don't remember it, you don't know how to act upon it, you don't know how to compartmentalize it to where it's an actual plan, it's an actual system. It's just very creative, intuitive, but you got to break it down. Like if you're gonna make a video, something like this is pure intuitive. But if I'm making a main channel video, I'm using that intuition to think of the idea, to think of the creative ways I can do it. But then I'm gonna break it down in the masculine essence of how I should structure the video. What's the intro? What's the hook? What's the main body of it? What's the edits I'm gonna use? What's the theme of the music I'm gonna use, the beats, this and that. Like, that is when your masculine and feminine are working in harmony together, and that's when you make the best work. That's when you make the best innovations in your life. That's when you get the best products that you're trying to produce. Like, you got to use both. It doesn't mean like you got to have a girlfriend with you helping you out along the way. No, it's all up in here. It's all up in here. Your mind has a left and right hemisphere. It has a masculine and feminine side to it. So when you're going out on these walks, you're tapping in more into the feminine side. So that is another good thing to keep in mind when you're going out on these walks. Is letting the intuition flow. It's letting that emotional side of you flow. It's letting that creative side of you take control. So another thing I want to point out, bro, this comes to the body, if you're able to, take off your fucking shoes, take off your goddamn socks, and ground. Grounding, I've talked about it before on my main channel, really old ass video, shit ass video, talking about how earthing and grounding helps you. So if you want to go check out that, I bear caution because it ain't quality stuff, but you can see where I came from. But I explain how all the benefits of your mind and body and soul comes with grounding. So let's talk about the benefits of your mind. Like I just said, you're out in nature, you're grounding, you're getting connected to the soil, getting connected to the ground. Like, it helps you mentally remember, like, bro, we came from nature. We didn't come with all these concrete things. We didn't come with all these skyscrapers. We didn't come from shoes and socks and shit like that developed over time. But at your raw essence, you got your feet on the ground and you were going about your day like that. So on a body aspect, your soles of your feet are like solar panels. It takes in electrons from the ground, and these are known to be help free radicalize oxidation in your body, which helps you not get so many diseases. So if you're able, go to the beach, take off your shoes, walk around. If you're able to go on the grass field, go out and do that. But even if you don't, if it's like muddy, if it's like rocks and shit, your foot has muscles under it that needs to be worked. If you're always wearing these big ass blocky ass shoes and putting socks on top of them, you're gonna lose the nerve connection between your brain and your foot muscles, and eventually you're gonna have a bunch of problems, bro, a bunch of problems, because your feet is where it all starts. That's your base support. Then that problem is gonna go up to your ankle, then it's gonna go up to your knees, then it's gonna go up to your hips, then it's gonna go up to your back, your shoulders, your head, your neck, your fucking whole life, bro. Like, be more aware of how important barefoot walking is, and you can do that on this habit of going out doing intuitive walks. You can stack other habits on top of it too. That's how powerful it is. That's why you got to go out and get it done, bro. You got to make this part of your routine, daily habit. And on the soul aspect, it's gonna help you, like I said, tap in to receive insights rather than always being in your own head. Actually listening rather than always just acting out. Like, you don't want to always be in your own head. You want to get in the universal perspective that can allow you to take in more insights. So that is those are like 3 big things that you can do when it comes to getting out into these intuitive walks, man. And another thing, bro, I gotta point out is the fact that on these intuitive walks, you're gonna seriously, undoubtedly come up with the best ideas for your life, come up with the best ways to innovate yourself and just overall improve your overall self-development journey, your spiritual journey, whatever you want to call it. It's like supremely clear cut thoughts, man. It's seriously, it's like nothing as clear as that, because there's no sounds of like other unnatural things coming into your mind, and coming into your mental frame, coming into your mental plane. So it's just pure essence, pure bliss, pure 0 point potential coming to your brain. And that is what's going to allow you to create the best content, create the best product, create the best morning routine, night routine, gym routine, like all these things, bro. You're not going to beat thoughts out of nature. Like, if you do this consistently for over a year, man, you are never going to go back. I promise you that. And for the people out there that are watching this who are stuck in the city, get out of the city once in a while and do a bigger version of this, a hike. If you're not able to do this on a daily, consistent basis, do it on a monthly or bi-weekly basis, where you just leave your shit at home, get in your car, go find a hike in the mountains. Don't even go on the goddamn trail, bro. Go off trail, go do your own shit, and then go for a couple hours. And if you want to supercharge this shit, especially if you're on semen retention, fast. Woo. And I don't want to say another thing, but if you put that on top of it, bro, you are going to be cooking like no tomorrow, which is psychedelics. But that's a little too extreme for some people. If you're fasting doing psychedelics and you're on an intuitive walk, man, listen. You might be doing you're talking to God at that point. So, but like I said, if you're not able to go on a weekly basis, a daily basis, go on a bi-weekly basis, but make it a bigger trip and go out in nature, go on your walk. If you want to fast, you want to trip fast and do that, by all means, let me know down below how it goes. But that's your choice. But just make it a point to where you're actually have a reason, have an actual determination to detach. Because the more you detach, the more life flows better, bro. I'm telling you like that. Like, there's so many books about this. Maybe I'll talk about this later. Bhagavad Gita, the Tao Te Ching. Like, you tap into that supreme source. You tap into your eternal source that lives within you, which is the same source as that. For better, lack of better words, I just call it the Tao. Shout out to Lao Tzu, man. That's the best way you can put it. It's just, you become that. And the more the ego settles down, the more intuition can come to you. So that's probably one of the most underrated self-improvement and spiritual habits that you can add to your overall daily routine. And if you're not doing that, man, you're fucking missing out. You are fucking missing out, I'll tell you that. So with all that said, man, you see me out here in the field, in the flesh, dropping out at games so you guys can make these games, bro. Why do you think I come out here in nature when I'm doing these off the dome talks, when I'm getting busy with it on the second channel with the Fuladi? Because this gets me into my zone. When you talk about basketball players, football players, soccer players, they get in the zone, they in the flow state, bro. This is my flow state for the videos when I'm just trying to spit. Like, I can't do this indoors. Indoors, yeah, I got the main channel video, I got the script, I got this and that to help me out, the edits. But if I'm just trying to go straight up off the rip, man, I'm out of nature. So why do you think every one of my videos I'm out of nature when it comes to these type of videos, bro? Why do you think? Come on, man. I gave you all the sauce, man. It's been your boy out here with the Fuladi, out here in the field, like I said before, in the flesh, dropping y'all that game so you guys can make these games. And I'm out here. Peace.